Welcome back. Eye round steak. The thing about eye round steak is because it's located in this side of the cow. It's very lean. If you look at the butt of a cow butt, you notice it's very muscular. Therefore, this meat is very lean. And as a result, it's not as tasty as other parts of the cow. So, to mitigate this issue, I'm going to invest some time in marinating this to show you how you do that. I put it for a little bit over 48 hours in the refrigerator. And now it's going to come badass. And if you follow this instruction, yours too is going to be badass. And here's the thing. I'm going to show you how to marinate it. I'm going to show you how to cook it. And at the end, I'm going to put a couple side dishes together to surprise you and show you how you can enhance that flavor also using side dishes. So go nowhere. Let's create. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to marinate this for about 48 hours. And this is what I'm going to do. Let me use some salt. I'm going to use the big sea salt. I'm going to be somewhat generous. It's going to be somewhat generous. Then I'm going to grab some coarse ground black pepper. Let me add it here. And it had this nice, look. Then I'm going to put in this container. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar. Not much, just a tiny bit. Then I'm going to mix it up. Just a tiny bit. When I drop it, I don't drop on top of the steak, I drop on the side. And then I'm going to grab some garlic. And this is the type of garlic you can find in the farmer's market. But regular garlic is fine too. But I want to use this type. Just cut it here, put it there. Doesn't have to be pretty. Yeah, put it there. If you want to cut all the green stuff from the garlic plant, that's fine. Put it there. You're mixing everything in the same place. And then you start bringing you fresh stuff, like sage, rosemary, and this is as fresh as it gets. I have some cilantro and I have some thyme, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to this little bag here. That's just a big bag. And I'm going to put it here. I'm going to actually transfer the vinegar here. And I'm going to grab some of the sage. Do a little bit of this, like squeeze it with my hand, put it there. Some of the rosemary. See that rosemary? So I'm adding it here too. Some of my thyme. Come on, cut. So I got some of my thyme. if I can get it out here. I have to use the knife to cut the babies out. So I put it here. Just a little bit of the cilantro. And then what I'm going to do, before I continue making a mess, I'm going to grab a tiny bit of olive oil, extra virgin. Doesn't matter which one you use. I'm using this one because, you know, the flavors, not every extra virgin is the same. And this one have a nice smell and flavor, the Gaia brush, but you can use any one of your preference. You don't put a lot, you put in like 3 or 4 drops. See how little I'm putting? Because what you're doing is you adding flavors that this type of meat might be missing. Add this little thing here too. And now come my trick. What you do is air out, and air out. And then you centralize all the ingredients into one location by folding this. That way everything is in the same location, it's not going anywhere. And then what you do is, you come here, grab you string or rubber band, damn, scissors are not working, and you start tying things up. Doesn't have to be perfect or pretty. All you're doing is keeping things centralized. So you come, tie this up here, turn it around, tie it here. Just make sure it's tight. And see how everything is centralized in one location? And what you're doing is keeping everything nice and centralized. So the oil and the vinegar and the thyme, sage, the garlic, salt, pepper, and everything that you added is centralized, and then it's going to start sweating. I got in like sweat. And when you put in the refrigerator, you leave it there for 48 hours, and then the next day, after the 48 hours, get your baby done. That's how you do it. So it's been over 48 hours. So let's take a look at things. Let me put some of the Let's see. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh yeah. Juicy and sweaty. So let's go to the next step. So I have this pan very hot, high heat. Going to add some extra virgin olive oil. I choose this one. You can choose any. Going to put a little bit. Because I want to cook this nicely. Here comes the first one. See how it looks. And I'm going to put it for 2 minutes only because I don't want it burned. Two minutes on one side and then 2 minutes on the other. And then I move this around. Now the thing about, once again, this kind of meat is that it's very lean. It's on the backside of the cow. kind of, I call it the back. If I was looking at it, you know, somebody walking around, they're behind, it's like their butt. But technically it's not. You know, it's in that hinge area. You know, that part is very lean. If you see a cow or even a bull, you notice how muscular is that side of the meat, of their, you know, body. So you sacrifice taste for something that's very lean, at least in the cow situation. In this case, it's grass-fed. This meat was given to me by a friend of mine. U.S. Marine Corps, retired. A badass. He's a badass. Anyhow, good friend too. Very, very generous, good friend. Let me flip this around. And I'm going to put it for, let's make it 2 minutes too, or so, maybe less. And now that I did this part, I have this homemade butter mix. This stuff is a game changer. I will put a link of how I make it. Let's put it this way. I even use a little bit of saffron on it. See how it's burning, how nicely? And let me add a couple of these Tostones marinade. I'm putting there some of the garlic. Let's put more of that butter. I'm going to be generous with it because of the kind of meat we're dealing with. I'm going to transfer some of this thyme. Let's start doing, and then I start putting some of these juices. Let me put the garlic there. You know, moving some of those juices on top. Heat's still on high. Some of the juices. It's a matter of heat transfer. And it looks good visually speaking. Let me go another 15 seconds. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to move it out. And then I'm going to transfer the meat and put it in a cutting board or something. I'm going to let it rest for 5 minutes.